Having a great time here, kids. Hey y'all, Amber here, and recently while looking through some of my Facebook posts from around last year, I came across a very interesting, I guess you could say, story. So for those of you unaware, I had a cat when I was younger named Mittens, and I used to be kind of overly attached to her. Like, I mentioned this in my last video, where like I kind of wanted to marry her or whatever. I mean, obviously I was joking about that. At least I think I was. Like, I made a web show for her and everything, and it's on YouTube. I'll put a link to it down in the description if you really want to watch that. I advise not doing that. It's pretty terrible. Anyway, I used to write stories about her and whatnot too. Some of the stories being like where we were like best friends, some of them being where we were sisters, some of them being where we were like mom and daughter, most of them being that, and then some of them being us being married. I was married to my cat, and in April of 2014, I decided it would be a good idea to get back into this. I hate 2014 me so much. So, oh my cat's back there. That's not Mittens, by the way. That is a cat. I should marry him. Today I decided to read the story that I wrote. I think I'm saying the story because I believe there was only one. There might be more, but I really hope not. Also, quick disclaimer before I start. I didn't actually want to marry my cat. This was written for the sole purpose of comedy. Anything I said when I was like 6 years old was because I was like 6 years old. And also, honestly, given the opportunity, I would not have married my cat. I don't know why I feel the need to clarify this, but some people on the internet take things way too seriously. So, yeah, I don't plan to marry a cat in the future. Thanks for asking. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. So, just to quickly read the posts that followed up to this, like, you know, my thought process here. The platypus curtains, that has nothing to do with it. That's hair. Okay. Next, when I was younger, I wrote romantic stories about me and my cat. That's true. Should I get back into writing romantic stories about me and my cat? No, you shouldn't. That wasn't in the post. I actually said yes, I should chapter 1 up soon, but, you know. And here we have chapter 1. I really don't know where the platypus curtains tied in with any of this. I don't even know what platypus curtains meant, but I said that a lot. Anyway, chapter 1, Miranda's point of view. Oh, by the way, I used to call myself Miranda in, like, the web show thing I was talking about earlier, and in, like, everything else I did involving my cat, so yeah, I'm Miranda, by the way. Miranda's point of view. From the day I first saw her, I knew that I was destined to be her owner, and that she was the cat that I was meant to have and all of that, but aside from that, there was something else. It was like we were meant to be together. What am I saying? Not only is she a cat that is 8 years younger than me, I am also her owner, which technically makes me her mom. Well, I guess I'm not really her mom. She doesn't call me mom. She does sometimes as a joke. We're more like friends, maybe sisters, but I prefer the term friends. You can marry a friend. You can't marry your sister. Words of wisdom from April 4th, 2014 me. Well, you can't exactly marry a friend, but I don't exactly want Mittens to be my friend. I want her to be my wife. I don't even want to date her. Forget dating. I'm going to marry her. I'm going to marry my cat if it's the last thing I do. I regret this already. Chapter 2, Mittens' point of view. Oh, we're switching point of views here, are we? This is like, I was essentially writing fan fiction, you know? I was writing fan fiction for myself. This is what I mean when I say that I am my biggest fan. Like, I literally write fan fiction for myself. I'm surprised I haven't drawn fan art for myself yet. I'm gonna open up a P.O. box next week so I can send myself things. Hey guys, Amber here. So today I'm gonna be opening fan mail. So this was sent from me, my favorite person. It's a light bulb that I found in my kitchen last week. Just what I wanted. Thanks, me. Love you. Love my air conditioners. Anyway, did anyone even understand that joke? That was That was actually the worst joke I've ever made in my entire lifetime. But I'm oddly proud of it. Alright, so anyway, chapter 2. Mittens' point of view. I'm in love with my owner. There, I said it. She's like a sister to me, maybe even a mother, but I'm in love with her all the same. But the thing is, there's not a chance on earth she feels the same way. Honey, you got a big storm coming. That didn't even fit there, did it? Anyway, she seems to be really accepting of the fact that we are friends. Really accepting. Like, it would be such a shame if something were to interfere with this friendship. Like me wanting to marry her, for example. Yes, marry her. We know each other well enough. What's the point of dating? I don't even really want to be engaged. I just want to get married. Today. Today. But it's not going to happen, because according to her, we are friends. So, clearly, we don't know about our undying love for each other yet. This is like the most typical love story I've seen in my entire lifetime, except it's between a cat and yeah, never mind, it's nothing like a typical love story. This is the kind of stuff that should be like getting made into movies and getting put in the theaters and everything, and have all like the teenagers obsessing about. Like, this is the new hottest thing. No, it's not. Chapter 3, Miranda's point of view. I have it all planned out. Super romantic dinner of tuna and salmon cat food. Her favorite. And then right afterwards, ask her the question that, whichever way it goes, will most likely end our friendship for good. What is your opinion on the hit TV show Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives? Let's just hope that's for the better. Yeah, I really hope Mittens likes Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives too. It'd be kind of disappointing if she didn't. She's out shopping for CDs right now. Probably another Green Day CD. I laughed to myself. Mittens has about 3 or 4 copies of almost every Green Day CD, yet she still thinks she needs more. Well, I never thought I'd be jealous of a cat, but you know, that's why I got her a Green Day CD instead of a ring. Relationship goals, am I right? She only has 1 copy of 21st Century Breakdown, so why not get her another one? I decided to wear a sweater vest, a really long skirt from the 1920s, and a pair of mismatched rain boots. I feel like that would be the appropriate outfit for a proposal. I agree. My thoughts are cut short when Mittens bursts through the door. It's too late to turn back now. Oh man. Oh man. It's happening. I'm getting all... Oh! I can't wait to see what she says. This is intense. Chapter 4. In brackets, I liked the last chapter a lot, LOL. LOL. Mittens' point of view. Hello! I yell walking through the door. I got 3 more green a day. Green a day. I love green a day. I believe I meant to type Green Day. CDs to add to my collection of Green Day CDs. I still haven't been able to find another copy of 21st Century Breakdown, but that's fine. At least now I have 3 of those. I don't, 2. At least now I have 3 copies of 2. My current cat has decided to join the party. I think he's jealous that I'm talking about a cat that's not him. Please forgive me. I walked through the door to find Miranda dressed in probably the fanciest thing I've ever seen her wearing. A sweater vest, a long dress from the 1920s, and mismatched rain boots. What an outfit. She rarely dresses up so fancy. My heart drops when I realize the only reason she'd be dressed up so fancy is if she had a date. She began walking over to me and handed me exactly 6 roses, as well as a gift wrapped in Halloween wrapping paper. Whoa. Halloween. This must be something special. She only uses the Halloween paper on special occasions. This must be for her date. She probably wants me to put it somewhere. Should I put this over there? I begin to ask. It's for you, she answers. I stand in shock for a few seconds. For me? I ask. She nods her head. I open the present to reveal a copy of 21st Century Breakdown. But wasn't I going to propose with that? So what is the truth? I backflip across the room. Yeah, same. Whoa, I've been looking everywhere for this. This is great. Whoa, yeah, 2 copies. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I continue to scream in excitement until Miranda directs me to the table. She serves me a plate of salmon and tuna cat food. My favorite. Thank you. Whoa. thank you, is all I managed to respond with. I eat the salmon and pate. Isn't that French? What am I doing? While she eats pasta. She eats a lot of pasta. She likes pasta. I'm not quite sure what any of this means, including her love for pasta, but I'm kind of enjoying it. But there is one small problem. Alright, that's the end. We're done. I'm kidding. I'm not going to leave you guys on a cliffhanger like I did with that last chapter. This is the end right here. This is the last chapter. I feel like I've came so far with this. Like, this is I'm getting emotional here. It's the end. I'd like to thank all of you for, joining me on this journey, reading this. I'd like to thank my Mittens for, being the inspiration behind this, being my wife. I'd like to thank Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives for just, being an overall wonderful show. Now back to my current cat, who thought he could just come up here and join the video, think he's part of this. Domino, what's good? Anyway, chapter 5, Miranda's point of view. It's going great so far. She got super excited about the CD, broke a few plants in the process, but that's fine. Relatable. She seems to really like her dinner. She ate all of it, so that's a good sign. Now it's just time to ask the question. After she finishes eating, I front flip across the room so that I'm right next to her and get down on one hand. It's hard to balance on one hand. I can't help but think Mittens would be better at this. Mittens, I know this is a little sudden, but ever since the day I met you, I knew we were meant to be together. Mittens, will you marry me? Mittens stepped back in shock. Well, Miranda, actually, ever since the day I met you, I knew we were meant to be together too. I never knew you felt the same way. But because I never knew, I proposed to Jack Bearcat yesterday, and now we are getting married tomorrow. You are invited to the wedding, yay for me, goodbye. Jack Bearcat suddenly appeared out of nowhere on a pink unicorn, and her and Jack flew away into the sunset. Miranda later went on to marry Justin Bieber and never heard from Mittens again. The end. What a wonderful ending to a wonderful story, am I right? By the way, this wasn't the end of Mittens and Jack. Like, there were edits. I really want it, look. Why was this what 2014 me decided to do with my time? I feel like this was probably something I did at 3 in the morning or something when I couldn't sleep. You know what would be funny? If I rewrote one of those romantic stories I wrote about me and my cat when I was 7. It's actually a good idea. That's how most of my video ideas come about. That's really not a good thing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all next week when I really don't know what I'll be doing, but hopefully not this. Bye, friends. Woo! I'm still on the chair. This didn't even work. The media live, kids. Domino, what's good? It was probably the hippest reference I've ever made in a video ever. People are actually going to understand that. It's not going to be just a joke that I get. This is all new to me. I'm becoming hip. I'm not a 40-year-old suburban dad anymore. This is going to take some adjusting to.